I'm Amy Holthouse, the president of the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce, and your special guest host today for Chamber Chat. Thank you for joining us. My guest today is Wayne Buckalew. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Wayne, you're the owner, properly spoken, of Sounds Excellent. Is that right?
Yes.
So, you're fairly new to the area, and you joined the chamber lickety-split, which we were thrilled about, and we're happy to have you here today to join us and inform the community a little bit more about what it is you do. So I know I was confused in the beginning, and we've talked a lot, so I feel a little bit more up to speed with your company and things, but if you could tell me a little bit about the background of Sounds Excellent and how it came to be.
Well, we formed in 1997. We've started doing security when we first opened, and it progressed from security to cameras, and then we started doing whole house sound systems. After the sound systems, we got into home theaters, and now we do smart houses. We do energy management, pretty much everything to do with in a house that's low voltage. We can control your sound through your smartphone, iPad apps, all that stuff.
So, and when you say you started with security, you do now security for homes and for businesses, is that correct?
Correct.
So you have a wide range of scale, I guess, if you will. So, for example, if I'm a homeowner and I'm looking to get into some kind of a security system, what kind of options do you have for those?
Depends on the house, you know. It depends on how many doors you have, how many levels there are, but to design a security system is not really hard. It's just based on the number of
and what that person might want.
Exactly.
And same goes for a business.
Yes.
So if I have a really small business, you know, maybe I'm, say, a small restaurant down on Main Street or something along that line, you can accommodate that type of user as well as, say, a larger custom security job for perhaps maybe a large car lot.
Yes, I mean, we've even done huge warehouse systems for big, you know, big warehouse companies and big companies.
So would that involve different types of cameras? Like what kind of security needs, like I would have no idea, what kind of security needs would a large warehouse type situation have?
It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're just trying to accomplish somebody taking something out the door, you know, it's designed a different way. If you're designing it to keep people out, that's how the designs usually work. I mean,
I see. Now that's interesting. I never thought about that. Are you just trying to keep stuff in, or are you trying to keep people out, or both? Okay.
They're based on inventory control. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, as far as your company, you didn't originate in this area. You started in Ohio, correct?
Yes, we started in Cincinnati. We started, for 17 years it's been word of mouth. We've got customers, Bengals clients, Reds clients, well-known lawyers, restaurant owners, all kinds of things in Cincinnati. And all word of mouth over the years.
Right. So you're new to the Wayne County region as far as crossing over the state, but really Cincinnati's not too far.
No.
But if I'm a new client of yours, you would have resources and referrals and things of that nature for people to, I know that's how you've built your business, so there would be that kind of a connection for folks to if you've built a business on word of mouth, obviously there's good word of mouth happening.
Definitely.
So that's exciting. Now, does the business still exist in Cincinnati and you're just growing this direction, or has it moved entirely?
It still exists in Cincinnati. The goal is to have it entirely here. You know, when we start picking up clients and stuff like that around here, then we want to fully move this way and get away from Cincinnati.
Sure.
It's a long drive.
Yeah. Well, in a completely different environment, I'm
Right.
sure. So you're looking to get to a little bit more of a suburban area.
Yes.
And how many employees do you have?
We have 2 full-time employees, and I also contract 2 contractors when needed.
Sure. So that's great. I mean, you're poised for growth, and you're ready for folks to learn more about you. So we started with security, and then you also mentioned that you moved into home theaters and different things, which are still cameras and screens and all kind of the same arena. But what kind of options do you have for folks that are looking for more of the entertainment side, I guess it is?
There's a multitude of options for the entertainment side. There's outdoor sound. There's whole house sound, where you have sound in every room.
I want that.
And it can be controlled from different, each room could play something differently. Controlled from your iPhone or iPad or smartphone. And then there's the home theater aspect of it. And home theaters, some people get a grasp that a home theater is a projector, but nowadays home theaters are done with a big TV screen and surround sound. It doesn't have to be the big 100 and some inch
from
screen.
the 80s or 90s.
Right.
Dating myself, but that's okay. Yeah, they're very interesting. In fact, a relative of mine just got one, and it's really fascinating how that's changed so much over the years. And you mentioned outdoor sound as well. So I'm envisioning that could be even, well, actually the indoor too, valuable type of investment for a business.
Yes.
In the doctor's office, you hear music or what have you in different places like that. And even outdoors, with so many of our restaurants now have outdoor dining and things like that. Is that something that you can do for a business as well?
Yeah, we do commercial or residential. On the residential side, if you have a fire pit or a pool or a back patio, any of those things, outdoor sound's a great thing to have.
Sure.
And then
So
restaurants
not dragging out I still have an old boom box with a tape player and trying to keep it away from the water or the fire, and you just turn it on, right? Is that
Yeah, there's a volume control inside, and then you can control the songs with your phone.
with your phone? So many things are controlled with our handheld devices. So, and you were telling me too, I hate to jump back and forth, but you can control your security, your sound, your everything from your phone.
These days, everything is integrated. There's apps, there's different programs, but mostly your security, your lighting, your HVAC, your cameras, and your sound can all be controlled. Even your TV can be controlled by your phone.
And then that connects to the next thing you talked a little bit about, a smart house.
Yes.
And so if like today it's absolutely freezing outside, but I always turn my heat back during the day. No one's there, the dog's warm, but I could maybe knock my heat up a little bit before I head home so it's a little bit warmer when I get there.
You can. All off your phone. You can call into your system, and before you get home, your house be nice and toasty.
That's neat. And then you also had talked with me earlier about some of the other smart things you can do, not only for homes, but for businesses.
Businesses is, mainly for me, for businesses, is energy consumption.
Okay, which is at the top of everyone's mind.
If you have a wall of windows, like most office buildings have, and middle of the day you get that sun beating in, and our system will sense that there's a lot of ambient light coming in, and it'll dim the lights in the room to adjust for that, which is saving you energy.
Sure.
As soon as the sun moves along, the lights will come back up. When you arm the system at night for away and you're done at the shop, all the lights will turn off. Your HVAC will dim down to whatever level you set it to, and then you're saving energy all night long.
Sure.
When you come back in and turn the alarm on or off, everything ramps right back up, which is a great system.
Sure. With lights and things, I'm sure with some of the bigger warehouse type businesses and things like that, it would be really nice to be able to control all that from a button.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me. I still can't quite get my head around it, but it's really, obviously you're very high tech, you have cutting edge types of equipment and things that you're installing for these different situations. I'm sure you have some fun stories. You're going into businesses and homes, and is there anything unique or special to you or your business that you want to share that kind of sets you apart from the rest of the crowd?
I have a few stories. We do the Bengals a lot, and I'm a huge Packers fan.
Uh-oh.
So when I show up to the Bengals house, I usually have something Packers on, either a hat or a jacket or just something to rub it in,
Sure.
But they take it
They
Very
still
well.
let you come in because you got what they want, right?
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I said separating from the crowd, but truthfully, you're kind of unique. It's a niche that really doesn't, we're discovering totally exist here in the Wayne County area.
Right.
You're finding that a lot of folks really aren't quite aware of all the products you have and how they can work or benefit their company. So we need to do a good job of getting that word of mouth out there.
Yeah.
So how can they remember you? How can we remember you? It Sounds Excellent is a great name, but it doesn't totally describe everything you're doing. So we need to remember high tech.
Smart home is
smart
the
home.
best way to describe what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest for me is affordability. Everybody thinks that when they hear the word smart home, they think, oh, I can't afford that or I can't. But it's not true.
Right. So you have some, you can work with the everyday person. How does that work? Suppose someone wants to get in touch with you and has some interest. Do you do estimates? Is there a cost, or how does that work for folks?
We have free consultation.
Okay.
We'll come meet with you, look at your space. It's free. If you're doing a home theater, we actually give you free design ideas. We help you design your theater for free.
Okay. Well, that's hard to argue with. If you're willing to come in, you'll talk with me about my home or my business. And I think that's neat too, that what you're doing is of a nature that you can help a small company, a large company, a small home, a large home, and really anyone in between. Sounds like all budgets. And, if I have an idea and you come in and say, well, Amy, that's going to be XYZ or whatever, and I think, well, I really wanted to spend a little bit more, maybe I can add something really cool that I wasn't thinking of, or vice versa. If I'm like, it's a little more than I thought, we can pare it down and make it work for, sounds like just about any budget.
We can.
Yeah. And I know you're flexible. We've talked several times, and looking forward to helping people get to know you better. I know you tend to be a little more shy, and I appreciate you coming here today. As we've gotten to know each other, it's been a lot of fun, and I'll look forward to other people in the community getting to know you as well. So we'll hope to have you back maybe 6-9 months from now and hear about all the successes and all the folks that you've gotten to know here in Wayne County.
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks.
We really appreciate your time, and everybody get out there and give Wayne a call. It Sounds Excellent, and see how he can maybe help you in your home or your business grow and prosper and maybe save a little money. Joining us for Chamber Chat. My next guest will be Trevor Oakerson, who's the Director of Marketing and Membership with the Wayne County Chamber. Hi, Trevor.
Hello, Amy. How are you today?
I am great. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's an exciting month for the Chamber. We have so many things going on.
An exciting few months for the Chamber and for the Wayne County community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Where shall we start?
Well, why don't we start with a reminder about Shop Small Saturday.
Excellent.
And that is November 29th, the day after Black Friday. And Richmond is having a celebration at the City of Richmond Government Building. And that should be great. They found out all about that last episode, so we won't dwell on that too long.
Excellent. But I am excited, and I do want to remind people that shopping small really is buying local. And so bear in mind all of the stores and vendors and folks that are in town, and remember to eat your lunch in town and go to all those great places that we think of.
And Richmond has a lot to offer, and Wayne County has a lot to offer.
Yes.
So even when you're thinking about shopping larger, you can still think about shopping here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've taken several shopping trips out and about in the county these past few years, and it's fun discovering those new shops and places and meeting new people, and there's so many places to go. Really, I'm not sure one day can do it. Maybe we need Shop Small Week.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe next year. So good reminder, November 29th, Shop Small Saturday.
Yep, and then we also have coming up in December on the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th, the Old Fashioned Christmas Festival in the Depot District.
Excellent. Now, those are Tuesday evenings,
Those
right?
are Tuesday evenings.
2nd, 9th, and 16th. Okay.
From 5 to 9. And that should offer a lot of unique experiences to members of the community, or to anyone really. They're offering carriage rides, they're offering, they have luminaries out, lots of activities and lots of specials. That
They always do a live
restaurants are
manger
putting in.
scene, and you mentioned the caroling. They have reindeer and all sorts of fun craft things happening, and the luminaries are beautiful. Everyone that works, I think, for Richard dresses in costume. It's so much fun to be down there, and even if you're just taking a walk up and down the streets, the whole atmosphere is so engaging.
And this year, the Chamber will be kicking that off with a ribbon cutting on the 2nd.
On December 2nd at 5?
5:30.
5:30. Okay, and I think if the weather permits, we usually do that at the big Christmas tree on the corner outside. And then if it's snowing, or one year it was raining, I think we went over into the furniture gallery. I don't know what the plan is.
I think the plan this year is to just start at the furniture gallery.
Okay.
Weather conditions.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, some of our viewers may be unaware, and I'm certain that the UEA and Roger are doing this again. All of the children in our schools in Wayne County receive one ticket for a free carriage ride. So my daughter brings one home every year, and I think that's a really neat outreach to our families in the county, giving those kids an opportunity to come down on one of those evenings
They
for a
are,
carriage
in
ride.
fact, offering those, and we have some available at the Chamber office right now if anybody would like to come and to pick
Excellent.
some free carriage rides up. I think that they also have a second offer, but I can't remember quite what that is.
It's a really fun, kind of a big city activity that you think about more in the streets of New York or Chicago or somewhere, in these, beautiful carriages and the horse-drawn, and often it's snowing and the lights, and it's just right here in our own backyard.
And that little section of the community has really, really worked very hard to make this such a special event, and to make this someplace where you can go, and most of everything that you can do is free.
Yes.
So you can really enjoy the sights and scenes regardless of your ability to pay for that. So
Yeah.
it's
And
a really
all of
good
the businesses in the
good-
depot, and a lot of the Main Street folks are really collaborating to pull all that together and be part of it. So
Yes.
that's really exciting. And thank you to all of those people for what they
Yes.
do, because I know it's a lot of work, and they start probably at the very beginning of the summer, if not
Yeah.
in the spring, planning all
They
of that.
begin in February. I know that to be precise.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that's exciting. So now we have Shop Small on November 29th, Christmas Festival December 2nd, 9th, and 16th. What else do you have?
And then we are going to take us right into the next year and remind everybody
Hard to
that
believe.
the annual dinner for the Chamber will be on January 23rd.
That's right.
And this year's speaker will be Sarah Fisher, famous
IndyCar.
for IndyCar. And she's had a very big year, so it should be very interesting to hear what she has to say.
Yes. She's very excited to come and visit our community and to join us at the annual dinner. So we're looking very forward to welcoming her. We hope that it'll draw maybe some interest from some folks who maybe haven't been to the dinner before, so that they can come out and see Sarah and learn a little bit more about the Chamber and what we do. So
Well, and in addition to all of that, like you said, it's been a very busy year for the Chamber, so this should be a very exciting annual dinner for us.
it absolutely should be a very exciting annual dinner. We're looking forward to it, and I think it's fun to take time to stop and really celebrate some of the successes, and giving the awards. I know we always receive wonderful nominations, and it's hard to choose the winners. We have so many deserving business folks and people in the community that are working for the betterment and the success of our county and our region, that it's always a lot of fun.
And we take nominations up until the end of December, correct?
I believe,
Or is
I think
it
at
December
least up
15th?
until about the week before Christmas. So 2 or 3 weeks into December, yeah, they can please nominate folks for those awards.
And companies, nominate some of your favorite businesses.
Yep, it's always nice to get those nominations from the community and get their input as well. So
And then we are moving into the end of January with the Meltdown Festival, the weekend of the 30th.
Yes.
And this is a festival that's being planned as we speak. We've got a very nice committee headed by Susan Isaacs and Lance Crow at the Richmond Art Museum.
Yep.
And they're doing a wonderful job of making the ice festival, the Meltdown Ice Festival that was held last year for the first time, an even bigger event and more amazing and spectacular this year.
It was phenomenal, Trevor. I don't know that you were able to come since you were not with us yet at that time, if you visited the festival, but it was very exciting. Folks came from all around, and it was, I guess, one of the benefits of the freezing cold weather that we had last February was that the sculptures were able to stay around, and we enjoyed them for weeks. So it'll be fun to see what they have in store for us.
Yep. This year they're expanding their efforts to include some children's activities and to really make sure that there's something to do the whole weekend.
What if I want to get involved? If I want to be part of what's going on or help Susan and Lance, what would I do?
Like I said, they're still in the planning stages of everything. They still have sponsorship spaces available, but more than that, they have room for as many volunteers as people as they can take. So if you're interested in that, you can email either Susan or Lance at the email address shown on the screen.
Yes. Well, we know that a lot goes into all of these festivals, the Christmas Festival, the Meltdown Festival, our annual dinner. Oftentimes we don't get the opportunity to thank those people who work tirelessly in advance, months in advance, weeks, days, putting all of this together. There's so many details, like you said, children's activities. We know that those take a lot of time and energy, and they have to be
and
precise.
they're very lucky this year that they have Jenny Lahman from Morrison Reeves Library supporting those efforts and helping coordinate that. So it takes a community to put together these festivals. It really does.
It does.
And there are many people who deserve to be mentioned in as many ways as possible for their commitment to these things. But it's amazing.
Well, and the payoff when you are on the other side, when you're the Jenny Lahman, Susan Isaacs, Lance Crows of the world who are really putting your time and effort into these things, and there's hundreds of people, like you said, that we could name, who get involved and really become part of it. The festivals become alive and they become exciting, and the payoff is to see the success. And when you go down to the festival and there's hundreds of people and families who are gathering, really enjoying what you helped put together, that's the reward.
Well, and the thing is it all contributes, all of these festivals, all of these events that we've mentioned contribute to the unique spirit of Wayne County. And it makes it someplace where your family can come and enjoy themselves, and having festivals 4 or 5 times a year means something.
Yes, and something to look forward to.
It's something to look forward to, and people really benefit from the quality of life that provides for them.
Yes, exactly. And I think some of these are starting to gain ground, and the success of the Christmas Festival leads right into the Meltdown, which is brand new, but obviously went off very well last year. And truthfully, I have a lot of family in the Indianapolis area, and they look forward to coming here to shop and go to our festivals because it is unique and it's an experience. It's not just a store or a mall, if you will. Not that those things are bad, but there's a whole sense of community and excitement and ambiance that surrounds these particular festivals that have been created, and there are a lot of folks that come from outside
I have
into
friends
Wayne
who coming from Indianapolis and Dayton to some of these things because these are, like I said, the unique spirit of Wayne County, and people love that spirit no matter where they are.
And it is all across the county, as we talked earlier. There's so much happening in Cambridge, Centerville. The Centerville Bicentennial this year was fantastic.
It was.
Hagerstown has amazing things going on. The downtown's really picking up, and Fountain City with the Levi Coffin House. And I mean, we're just busting at the seams with really neat projects and excitement.
And I think that's one of the most exciting things about our community is I think that we're all starting to realize how magical these events and all of those efforts and things like the bicentennial celebration make this community feel.
Excellent. Well, Trevor, it's been a pleasure to be here with you today and to be back on Chamber Chat. We're so excited about so many of the wonderful things that are happening here in Wayne County, and thank you so much for joining us today to share in some of what's yet to come as we wind up for 2014 and look ahead to 2015. We'll hope that you'll join us again, and thank you for joining us today on Chamber Chat.